We're going to look at a new definition here, and our definition is for the word coterminal. So we say two angles are coterminal if they have the same terminal side, so if they kind of land in the same place. Okay, so here's how we'll find two coterminal angles. To find coterminal angles, add or subtract multiples of 360 if the angle is in degrees, or 2 pi if the angle is in radians. Okay, so we're going to look at some examples here. So we're going to draw the angle in standard position, we'll state which quadrant it's in, and then we'll give two angles, one positive and one negative, that the angle is coterminal with. So we're going to start here with 120 degrees. So in standard position, we always put the initial side along the positive x-axis, and then we rotate counterclockwise. So we're going to rotate counterclockwise 120 degrees, which will look like this. And as you can see, this is in quadrant 2. Okay, now since this is in degrees, to get coterminal angles, we're going to add 120 degrees. Sorry, we're going to take 120 and we're going to add 360. So what we're doing is we're saying we have this angle. If we go this angle and then we go another full time around the circle, we would land in that same spot. It would look exactly the same unless you had kind of drawn this diagram of how far you had rotated. So we're going to do 120 plus 360. So one coterminal angle is 480 degrees. Okay, and that's not the only one. There's actually infinitely many. We could add 360 again. Okay, so 840 would also be there. 1200, 1560, all of these where we're adding 360. Now, what if we want a negative angle, and what does that mean? So, let me see if I can erase that. Okay, so this was our 120 degrees. We could have also done a negative angle and gone this way to get an angle that lands in that same spot. And so to get that, what we're actually doing is doing 120 minus 360, because you can think of starting here and going in the negative direction for one whole time around the circle. So to get what that is, we would take 120 minus 360. We would see that another coterminal angle is negative 240 degrees. Okay, and we could keep subtracting 360. And we'd see that negative 600, negative 960, negative 1320, all of these would be coterminal with 120 degrees. Okay, let's look at negative 280 degrees. So we'll move on to the second one. So if we think about this, if we put our standard position, okay, and we start rotating in the negative direction, so we'd have negative 90, negative 180, negative 270, so we need to go just a little bit past that, and we draw the line from the origin to there, okay? So that right there is negative 280 degrees. And we can see that it's in quadrant 1. So if we want to get a positive angle, we can take negative 280 plus 360. And we see that that's also 80 degrees. Okay, and if we want another negative one, we would take negative 280 minus 360. Okay, and we get negative 640 degrees. Okay, in the next video, we'll give some examples of how to do this with radians.